So, Scott, thank you so much for sharing with us a little bit about what an accessible parking place is designed for. Would you share with us a little bit about the topic of handshake etiquette?
Absolutely. Whenever you're encountering a person with a disability, it's always good to take a moment just to see what type of disability they may have. If it's someone that you can see maybe has some type of limitations with his or her hands or arms, you might see them in a power chair or so forth, is that the best thing that you can do is, well, I'll tell you what you don't do. You do not pat them on the head. They are not a dog. They are not someone who is subservient to you.
Does that really happen?
There are people who get patted on the head and so forth and everything. And I think people have the best of intentions, but what you actually want to do, and I learned this and I was told by a good friend of mine, because again, I have full use of my arms and hands, so I can do a regular handshake. But I have a dear friend down in Miami, Florida, who is a quadriplegic, and he basically said, you know what, you can put your hand on the top of my hand if you want. That's what you want to do. There are other people who wouldn't mind if you kind of like just touch their shoulder and so forth. So if all else fails, and this is what I suggest to people, is that, you know what, you can say to them, listen, I want to shake your hand, or I want to acknowledge you. What's the best way for me to do it? And you'll probably get different responses. But there is etiquette out there. The best way, again, to put your hand on top of the other person's hand and so forth. But when all else fails, question, just ask them what he or she would like. That's what you would do with other people in other situations, is that you would ask them, you know what do you prefer?